Sammy, the Spanish guy Gavar, and new TNT champion, and you, yes you, right now are listening to the
Bob Culture Podcast.
Bob Culture Podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nothing between the lines of the page or at a time. Forgiveness, inspirations with this angel spell and a line that's in no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't run the devil and the devil is hunting you down.
All right, guys, welcome into a very special Elimination Chamber Predictions panel episode of the BCP. Super excited as always to welcome in our all-star panel at this time. Please welcome back, you know him first as the Mr. Perfect of the BCP. You know him from the popbreak.com. You know him from the amazing Closet Champion podcast, our good friend, Mr. Mike Mueller. Mueller, what's up, bro?
Not too much, Rob. How you doing?
Good, brother. How are you? How you making out over there in
doing,
Detroit?
I'm doing great. We are getting massive amounts of snow here. So I just got home from work. I navigated the roads. It was tough sledding, but we're here. We're safe. Everything's good. So life is good. And as always, Rob, it is an honor and a privilege for you to have me on your show.
It is, man. I'm glad you made it home safely. Some might say there's no chance in hell. And please welcome
we're starting
back.
Already.
That's pun
Never
disputed.
do that again.
That is pun disputed, my friend. And please welcome back to the show. You know her as the prodigy princess of professional wrestling. You know her. Here comes the list from the popbreak.com, the BCP, Rack Attack Promotions, oh gosh, Warriors of Wrestling, Damage 365 Promotions, Maria Kanellis' personal protege. I'm missing 5 things, and I'm going to get yelled at for them right now. Please welcome back to the show, Miss Kimmy. So cool. Kimmy, what up?
You should just call me the biggest free agent in the promotion world in the Northeast because everyone wants to work with me and I'm smashing down forbidden doors every single day. I'm very excited to be talking about Elimination Chamber. We are one pay-per-view away from the show of shows, which I will be gladly attending in Dallas. And I'm ready to talk with my favorite person ever. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Kimmy.
Oh, it's starting. Oh, I love it. Hashtag fight forever. Kimmy, welcome in. Thanks for making the time. And guys, welcome in the chat. John Ross, John Blaine, Mr. So Cool. Hope you're doing well. Saying way too many titles over here for Kimmy So Cool. He knows the deal. We got to.
Part of the reason I have as many.
He is. He's the hardest working man in the business. So shout to Papa So Cool. Hope you're doing well. But guys, we do have a surprise debut here on the BCP. Please welcome in a pro wrestling announcer and interviewer. I do the backstage interviews as well. I can't wait to talk about that in a little bit. He's a wrestling aficionado. Please welcome to the show, making his debut, Mr. Al Leung. Al, welcome in, man. How are you, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. That's quite the introduction. I was going to ask you if you needed some of my info, but you did your research. You're a real journalist here.
I'm trying, man. I'm doing my best, man. I'm seeing a lot of stuff you do. I just started doing some of the backstage interview stuff. It's a lot of fun, man. And where you calling from? Canada, British Columbia? Where are you at?
I am in Vancouver area, so
Okay.
I'm actually living in New Westminster, which is like next to Vancouver. Vancouver's too expensive to live in, so yeah, you got to go a bit further away. But yeah, in the general Vancouver area.
Okay, so you're pretty much laughing at Mike for complaining about the snow right now.
No, actually, people move over here in Vancouver because Toronto, they get all the snow. But
Okay.
then Vancouver's like it's almost t-shirt weather pretty soon, so yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
That's it.
Jealous.
But that's it's awesome.
The West
Welcome.
Side.
Awesome to have you here, man. Excited to see what you bring to the table. Guys, if you're watching in the chat, please chime in. Let us know your picks, your thoughts on a lot of these topics. We're going to do our picks for our Elimination Chamber Prediction panel as we do every year. I'm very excited, but being a journalist, as we said earlier, we don't want to bury the lead. We got to talk about this a few days late, but I do want to get into this and hear your guys' thoughts on this in the chat as well. Shameless promos, please share the stream. Cody Rhodes, the departure from AEW, a guy who carried the banner of AEW on his back. I remember the first show we went to in Philly early on when AEW started. He stayed after while they were tearing down the ring and took pictures with every single person that he could ringside, went around, like really just carried that company on his back. wave the banner, the sledgehammer to the chair, the proverbial Triple H of it all. And this came as a shock to many of us. I feel as fans, we feel that we know things. I feel as journalists, we feel we know even more. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. And this is definitely, I feel, one of those situations. I got a lot of messages from fans and people, and guys, please chime in the chat saying, Rob, is this a work? Do you know if this is a work? My thought instantly, if that is a work, like it's very clever and you get that, aha, we got you. I think you lose the trust of the fans if that's the case. Just for an aha, my gut tells me this is a business thing. This is a, possibly a money thing. We've seen all these things leaking out on sites. Again, it's all hypothetical. I'm not about that clickbait journalism, but there's a lot going on here. There's rumors saying that it's a done deal with the dub, with WWE already. So we shall see. I'm very interested to see your guys' thoughts on this. And where we see Cody Rhodes moving forward in this shocking move. Mueller, we'll throw it to you, man, because you are so in touch with a lot of this stuff.
Unfortunately, yeah. Too much in touch with WWE at times. Not as much in touch with AEW, because I did not see this coming. I don't think it's a work, mainly because I don't see Tony Khan coming out and making a statement, which, just like you said, losing the trust. If it was just from Cody's end, I would be a little bit more skeptical and a little bit more suspicious. But given that it's coming right from Tony Khan, and it was a big, long, gushing thank you to Cody, which I thought was very cool, that it seems to be fairly amicable. But ultimately, when I first heard the news, and we're assuming this is not a work and it's really happening, I was bummed because I love what Cody did. I loved when he walked out of WWE the first time. He's been one of my favorites from when I got back into wrestling in 2011. So I'm a big supporter of his, and I love really everything that he does. I loved AEW with some real competition, giving people chances to shine and do what they want to do. But ultimately, this business is about cash and creative. And you know what? You got to do what's best for you. I always say that I was so skeptical of so many people that I didn't think would jump over to AEW for the cash. So like money talks, and I can't be upset about it. He's got a new family, and he's one of those guys that I feel like is never content. He always wants to do the next thing, always wants to be bigger and do more. And I can't fault someone for going out and betting on themselves and doing what they got to do. If he goes to WWE and he gets buried again, you know what? Nothing's forever. If he has to be Stardust again and just make millions of dollars and being Stardust and having a smoking hot wife and a beautiful baby and doing that for a couple of years, you know what? He can do that. Then he can go right back to AEW. Nothing's forever in this business. If this is not a work, I hope he gets used properly in WWE. But even if the worst case scenario comes true, everything's temporary, and you got to do what's best for your bottom line. And I don't fault him at all for it. I wish him the best of luck.
Very well said, as always, Mr. Perfect over there. And going to the chat real quick on YouTube, John Blaine, guys, smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Helps us out a lot. Saying, I highly doubt it's a work. AEW would look really bad. Again, I feel you would lose the trust of the fans on that one. Kevin Nasta in the chat. Again, we got the shameless promo out of the way. Damage 365 Promotions saying, I need to hear the opinion of Mini-Me. I guess that's you, Miss Kimmy. So cool. Kimmy, your thoughts on Cody Rhodes moving away from AEW?
I put him over. Now he's ridiculous. Anyway, so poor Stone Cold Steve Austin, because the lead on him coming back at WrestleMania gets buried by Cody Rhodes. Wow. And then thank you, WWE, for breaking this story as my class was starting. My class starts at 9:45. You know when this story broke? 9:45. It planned so well. I was shocked. I think if you would have asked me who would have been the first to jump from AEW to WWE, I don't think anyone would have bet Cody, Chris Jericho, a Brian Cage, MJF, Jade. So many other names come to mind, but Cody, no way in hell, especially because he was an EVP. It's not just, I'm a wrestler. No, an EVP and the chief brand officer is leaving your company. That's a huge deal. Don't know if anyone knows that. That's a pretty big deal. Like I said, we don't know what the deal is with Cody, why he left. The money is the current round of rumors on the table, is that he wanted a lot more. But whatever he does in WWE, I mean, let's just hope it's not Stardust and he gets his proper run. And hey, I'm seeing those rumors around that his WrestleMania opponent will be the one and only Seth freaking Rollins, and that's okay in my book.
We made it almost 10 minutes into the show without Kimmy bringing up Seth
I
Rollins.
owe you $20, Mike.
This might be a record.
All right, Al, let's see what you got. Your thoughts on Cody Rhodes moving away from AEW?
I don't know what's already been said, but I think it's a great opportunity, I think, for the fans. Now the first person from AEW, like a major person, well, even probably just the first person actually, like to jump ship technically, jump back to WWE, right? Like if it's not the first person, then definitely the biggest name, right? So I think it's a great opportunity. Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for wrestling fans in general that this stuff like this might happen. I don't know if you guys watch, the Monday Night Wars, I'm older, so I was there back then when people jumped back and forth, jumped ship, and it was an exciting time. And I feel Cody Rhodes, just remember that he's not signed yet, but yes, of course, I really do believe he's going to WWE, but there is still a minor chance that maybe he'll be signed back with AEW, right? You never know. But all signs do point to that, yeah, he's going to go to WWE. I feel that they released so many people last year. Now they make room for big star like Cody Rhodes, and there's a lot of opportunity there, like a lot of potential matches. I didn't hear of him facing Seth Rollins at Mania, but what's dream match would you guys want to see at WrestleMania featuring Cody?
I'd actually love to see him face Rollins. I think that they would work very well in the ring together. And given what, because I'd love to see him face Roman Reigns. I'd love to see him, but like things are set for a lot of these people. So looking at the realistic roster of people he could face that I think would be a lot of fun, Seth is probably at the top of that list. I think that would be a really, really entertaining match. I'm trying to think of who else I would want to see him work with immediately.
Yeah, I was going to go Trips as well. I think
Triple H
storyline, but did they
or-
touch that? Is he healthy? I hope he's well, first of all.
I was going to say, can Triple H wrestle anymore? I thought he had heart issues.
There's mixed reports.
Some
on
rumors
that.
of him,
I haven't heard a lot.
quietly
so
retiring. Yeah.
It's a mix.
I hope
Yeah,
you're doing
I mean-
well, Hunter. That's all
Yeah,
I'll say
and
about
that would be a great story. Him and Triple H, obviously, smashing the chair. He would, if he faces Triple H at WrestleMania, he has to smash another chair. That's just, that writes itself. That writes itself. But Triple H could be cool. I'm still circling back to Seth. If they don't do something else with him, that would be awesome.
This is such character development.
Oh my God.
Oh man, Liz in the chat saying this could be the opening for WWE to join the multiverse. Be interesting to see how that played out. Yeah, never say never. I never thought we'd see Mickie James with the Impact Knockouts Championship in the Royal Rumble, so I never say never. I was still stoked from when the Flintstones met the Jetsons, so I'm excited for anything. And I
do want to say, Al, I'm with you too. I remember those Monday Night Wars very vividly, and that was that was really exciting. WCW was on the rise and things were happening, but it wasn't really until people, the NWO came in and that was the first big thing. But then see Jericho go to WWF and then Guerrero and all them and the back and forth. And if this is kind of the start of that, I think that the biggest winners are the fans for sure. Because it's exciting.
You got that Mr. Perfect magazine in the back, so I figured maybe you were, watching it wrestling in the same era as me.
Oh, absolutely.
But I totally agree. It's just, what do you guys think? Like, do you think probably WrestleMania most likely, but what if it's like the Raw after WrestleMania for a debut? What do you guys think of that instead of Mania?
That's their go-to, yeah.
That's what I told
Kimmy's.
Phil. I was like, he's gonna debut the night after Mania. He's gonna start off the show. This is how they're gonna kick off the new era in WWE. I had a whole thing. Then he's gonna come out and challenge whoever wins between Brock and Roman. It's gonna be a whole spectacle.
That would be fun.
It's the first real post-COVID Raw after WrestleMania, I feel, because like the year before, I'm not saying about last year. Last year they sort of had it, but it wasn't that eventful. But the year before was COVID, so
Yeah,
last year's really the first time it really bring it back, right?
Yeah, last year's Raw after Mania, really, they didn't do much for
Yeah,
it.
they
'cause
didn't
it
do
was
much. I don't remember.
it was a
tough.
weird time still.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Welcome in Reese in the chat, man. Please share.
Hey,
the stream.
Reese.
Hope you enjoy. Reese, welcome back, man. Let's keep it moving here.
Needs to stop yelling at me. My boss needs to stop yelling at me in the chat as we're going to move on to the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, I thought you meant you're talking about like wrestling related. I thought you meant like your shoot job. Well, I guess it is your shoot job, but I was like, don't bring that. Leave that at work. Don't bring that on the pod. But it's related.
No,
I'm
he's
with you.
yelling at me in the chat. Are you seeing this?
I'm seeing it. It's hey, you're getting the most feedback, I guess. It's like right when you go out and you get no response from the crowd. Right now, you get the boos, the cheers. That's what's important, right? You get a response.
Kevin Nasta is my biggest fan.
Oh, there it is. Kofi Wheatston from Dirty Heels. Welcome in, bro. How are you, man? Let us know who you got, man. Guys, check out Dirty Heels podcast. They do great stuff. Smash that subscribe button. They always support us. Great guys to be around anytime you're at an indie show. It's louder. It's a big pop. It's so much fun when I'm watching a show with those guys. Can't wait to see them again. I think Queen of the North, BCW, will be the next event. I think March 19th, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Shameless promo. Let's talk about Elimination Chamber. We'll start with our picks, and we're going to talk about the man, Becky Lynch. We've always been a very pro Becky show here on the BCP for a very long time. Versus Lita, which is very interesting, a dream match of sorts. I was very critical of Lita doing the moonsault after that Rumble performance just because it was close, that one Rumble one, and she proved me completely wrong a couple weeks ago. Hit that moonsault, picture perfect. She looks great. She's putting in the work. She's ready to go. I'm very excited for this one. But we've always been a very pro Becky show here. I'm not going to go against the grain on this one. It's going to be a great match, maybe a show of respect after the match. I'm going to go with the man, Becky Lynch, to retain in this one. Kimmy, your thoughts?
So first of all, how dare you disrespect my Hall of Fame inductor? Because she inducted me in a Hall of Fame. Do we remember this?
Name drop.
Like that's my girl, okay? And I talked to her a couple weeks ago, and she is having so much fun right now. Becky and her are very close friends in real life. They're Lita's closest friend on the main roster is actually Becky Lynch. So like, wow, friendship and wrestling. Who would have thought those two things would have collided? Ex Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo about that one. They'll give you a whole nice little rant.
Besties.
But I'm excited. Yes, of course. I'm excited for this matchup mainly because Saudi Arabia has three women's matches, the most ever. And this match is so big that they had a billboard in Saudi Arabia for this match, which is another huge, amazing deal. But
absolutely, yeah.
Yes, big deal. Yay. I'm going with Becky Lynch. There's no way she's losing before WrestleMania. And WrestleMania, yet again, is going to turn into WrestleMania.
I like it, Kimmy. And that's pun dispute. I'm so proud of you right now. Al, your thoughts on this match?
I think most of this pay-per-view, I think we're all just going to pretty much pick the same people, I feel. But yeah, it's got to be Becky Lynch, like heading to WrestleMania. She's not going to – I don't think Lita's here for the long haul. Becky's been holding the title for, well, she claims to be 500 days, but, it's only been what, SummerSlam? So, actually not SummerSlam, since a title switch, right, technically. And, yeah, I don't think she's losing anytime soon. If she was going to lose the title, it's going to be a WrestleMania two-nighter. So, yeah, Becky Lynch all the way.
Mueller, what are we doing here?
Yeah, definitely Becky Lynch, and I don't think you're getting any kind of show of respect because Big Time Bex, that character is not about giving anybody props or respect or anything like that. I mean, maybe after Becky or maybe after Lita goes for a handshake or something like that, but I don't see that happening. They're still leaning in pretty far on the heel side with Becky, even though, I mean, she's always going to get cheers because she's Becky. I'm really excited to see Lita back. I think it's very cool that they're doing it. I think this is kind of, though, to be totally honest, I think this is more an indictment on the lack of top performers that they have in the women's division right now. Now, I know a lot of them are in the chamber, so that eats up a lot of your potential opponents. But I think to have to bring someone back, it is Saudi. They do like to bring back, stars of the past for these international events. And I think Lita's going to do a great job. I think she did a lot better in this Rumble than she had appeared in previous ones. So it's going to be a good match. It's going to be fine, but there's no way this momentum stops at this point. Becky Lynch, if she's dropping the belt, it's not going to be until Mania.
Yeah, again, on the same page for a lot of these. And like Gal said, maybe we'll be throughout. But guys, again, in the chat, let us know who you got. Shameless promo. Please share, subscribe, smash that subscribe button on YouTube, comment, all that good stuff. Let's talk about scrolling. Man, so is this really happening? My guy Mysterio taking on The Miz?
Yes.
So lots of
Me
ways.
and Bill have a theory.
All right. Well, I'll start with this. Mysterio, obviously, the reason I was interested in wrestling, got in, around college, and just seeing this guy fly around the ring, my favorite of all time, my number one guy. You would think The Miz would get the W in this one just because he needs that momentum going into WrestleMania a little bit more. I could go the other way with Ray because the game's coming out just from business reasons, which I'm so happy he's got the cover. I will be reviewing that for the popbreak.com. 2K, thank you so much. Shameless promo. I'm going to go with my guy Ray. Maybe I'm picking with my heart. Kimmy, I know I always yell at you for doing that, but I'm going to pick with my heart, which has led me wrong so many times in my personal life. But I'm going to go, I digress. I'm going to go with Ray to win this one. Al, what are your thoughts on this match?
I'm actually kind of interested in hearing what Kimmy has to say first, but if I were to pick, this match is kind of like, doesn't really matter to me or most fans, I would say, but it really depends what's going on with Mania between Miz and Ray, right? Like, is Ray going to face his son? Maybe Dominic's going to, turn on him there and then he'll lose. You never know, right? But if I were just to pick, I would just say Ray also. Like, I didn't really care about this match, to be honest. So
yeah,
just go with Ray.
Every time we have like a match about Ray or panel, everyone's like, "Oh, Dominic's gonna turn." Like, because that's like we've been trained to think this way. Anytime there's a team, when's the betrayal coming? Something I love about the New Day. Like, we never had that. I hope we never do. It's just so different. They're apart yet they're together still. Like, I love that. And again, it's a story to be told. The student becomes the master kind of a thing. Like, I get it, long-term storytelling, but in such a short time, I don't know how you make that organic. Mike, Kimmy, I'm going to save you for last because I think I might know where you're going with this. Let's throw it to Mike first. I'm interested on your theory.
She already wrote it on the board. She spoiled her own prediction.
It's to remind Rob of the matches, because sometimes he gets confused because he doesn't make notes like some people do.
That's fair.
I've actually got Rey Mysterio as well.
Oh my God.
I'm going with Ray, and I'm going for a couple reasons. I think the video game is a factor. That's one thing you got to take care of. 2, Miz is at a point, like I said on the previous one with Edge, Miz is at a point where I can't imagine a loss that would actually hurt the Miz's character or career. He doesn't need to win. That type of character doesn't need to win. He's fine. Neither does Ray at this point in his career. Ray doesn't need to win either. I think the other thing that what I'm really basing my pick off of is the fact that this is Saudi Arabia, and we are, again, in these international waters, and Rey Mysterio has been a big international superstar for a very long time. And there's a lot of kids there. There's a lot of people that this is their first time seeing the event. It's not going to be all faces that win, but I think in these types of things, it certainly favors the faces. And in a match that doesn't have any real stakes, I'm going with them giving the opportunity to Ray for everyone to be happy and pop, and let's sell some masks at that merch table. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not selling those Miz bandanas. Let's sell the masks.
Mic drop, dude. Very well said, man. I feel more confident in my pick now. Very, very well said, man. You sold me on it. Kimmy, tell us why you're going with the Miz on this one.
All right, boys and girls, welcome to the right person who's going to be right, because 3 losses, 1 win. So anyway, this is what's going to happen. Question of the day: who watched Raw on Monday?
Sort of.
Yeah, we also
might have been making dinner, but
I mean, that speaks volumes right there. But yeah.
So over the last couple weeks, when they've done these matches with The Miz, what have they been hinting at? They've been hinting at the dissension with him and Dominic Mysterio. If you're going to have this match, you would have it at WrestleMania, a stupendous event that is 2 nights, I might add, because that commercial really pops out. It is 2 nights, and yet again, I will be there. So if you're going to do this match, you're going to do it at WrestleMania. Dominic is going to turn on Ray. He has had enough of Ray trying to tell him how to wrestle, how to win matches, and The Miz will be winning this matchup, and I will be right, and you all will be wrong.
If it leads to a Dominic turn, I'm happy to be wrong on that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It will. I promise you.
Okay.
Kofi in the chat saying Ray's booked only because he's on the game cover. Yeah. I mean, I could see it being from a business move. Ray's my favorite, so I'm happy to see him booked on this card for sure. Drew McIntyre taking on Madcap Moss in a Falls Count Anywhere. I'm just going to say Drew McIntyre in a confusing booking here. It's great to see the up-and-comers get some shine. I'm not really attaching or hating Madcap Moss for any particular reason. So I'm just going to go Drew. Kimmy, I'll throw it right back to you. I see you writing things.
Oh, of course. I have to keep tally of, when I'm right, Mike's wrong,
Wow.
that stuff. Anyway, so obviously Drew's going to win. I'm still shocked he came back. It was very rumored that his neck had a lot of issues. So the fact that he's back and healthy is what I care about. But Drew's going to win. This obviously leading to a match between him and Corbin in WrestleMania. Is this what I would book on the WrestleMania card for Drew? Of course not. But I guess if you have nothing for Drew, just put him up against a fun match with Baron Corbin. I like that this is the Falls Count Anywhere. This is the second time in a row Saudi has done this, with the last match being with Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. So maybe this is like a thing that they're going to do. No Falls Count Anywhere in Saudi would be. But yeah, Drew McIntyre.
All right, Mike.
I got Drew as well, but the Falls Count Anywhere stip is like there's a red flag going on, and if we want to be more intrigued with Drew facing Baron Corbin or Happy Corbin at WrestleMania, then this might not be a bad time for Drew to take a schmaz loss. Corbin can interfere. It's Falls Count Anywhere, so there's no disqualification. I can totally see them doing something wonky with that. I'm not going to pick it just because I look a fool every time I pick against Drew McIntyre, and I'm tired of looking like that. So I'm going to stick with Drew. Basic standard storytelling tells you Drew's going to win this, but I just, the stip is what's giving me pause where like, this is not my lock of the night. I'll put it that way. This is not the lock of the night.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah. Man, every time you say something, I'm like, that's real. Like, you're very in tune with this. Like, you're making me rethink it. Like, maybe this said something with Baron Corbin.
It gives him more reason to fight Corbin. Like, if he just keeps kicking their butt, why should we care? Why?
Because WWE does not make sense.
WWE booking here, so
fair, right? Yeah, no, it's I
Mike's
get it.
in tune with it, man.
Oh, of course.
Reese in the
He's
chat
perfect.
saying Moss, because they've been hyping Corbin's undefeated streak since becoming happy. They're going to have a story for Drew beating Corbin. All right, very interesting. I'm hoping something more for Drew come WrestleMania season, but we'll see what happens with that. Al, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, not much to add. Just I'm gonna pick Drew also, and Mike, you speak so eloquently, like just these reasons. But I just want to point out that didn't Madcap Moss, who did he eliminate at the Rumble? Didn't he eliminate somebody pretty
He
pretty high
eliminated
up?
AJ Styles.
Yeah, you eliminated.
Okay,
AJ.
yeah. I was gonna say Ray, but yeah. So could this be, maybe a sign of a slight push? Maybe I'm not upset. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just gonna pick Drew. I mean, it's Madcap Moss. So.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going. Kevin in the chat saying Drew the first one to kick out of the End of Days. Okay, that would be
No one is. Yes, because no one has kicked out at the End of Days. No superstar's ever done it. So he is saying that Drew will be the first one to ever do it.
for sure. I could totally.
I don't
And
want-
that's my boss, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not a Corbin fan, but I don't want anyone to do it. Like a protected finisher is so rare in this day and age. I didn't even know that was a thing, and someone pointed it out, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, they're right. I hope that it's one of those things, or sort of like the diamond cutter, where if you hit it, it is over and that's it. So if anyone's going to kick out, I guess Drew is as good a person that you could hope for. But I hope that that's one of those things that I hope Corbin retires with no one ever having kicked out of the End of Days. I would be totally cool with
It's
that.
a solid finisher for sure. And
It's amazing.
Yeah, I like it.
Say what you want about Baron Corbin, but that finisher is sick.
And it's one you can hit out of different sort of like capture moves and catches and things like that.
Right. Yeah. It's very versatile.
It's
My
cool.
cat is pawing at the door, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's driving me nuts. So I'm just letting him in. Sorry.
Yeah, I had a feline. It might be your cat.
Oh
All right.
my God! Stop.
You guys are
Look,
gonna.
he's not leaving because of me.
I'm used to it.
For once.
Let's talk about Ronda Rousey and Naomi taking on Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. I'm totally not reading this. I'm so happy to see Naomi in a long-term kind of feud storyline, probably the longest storyline going on right now in WWE. This is cool to see. Do you guys see Ronda and Naomi taking it, or do you guys see it going the other way? Al, I'll throw it to you.
I mean, there's no way Ronda's gonna lose, but I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not. But isn't her hand tied behind her back or something?
Oh, is it something like that? Not
Sorry if
that
that's a
I'm aware.
spoiler or not, but
Kimmy?
Me, not that I know of.
No,
You
I
guys
thought
know
it
in
was
the
a
chat. There's a
aware
lot
of
of
that.
wrestling, so bear with us. If you guys know in the
Insider,
chat, but that could be a
you didn't
game
get that
changer.
one.
but like I mean, Ronda Rousey's not gonna lose. I mean, she's gonna keep winning until Mania. And who knows what's gonna happen at Mania, right? So she's not gonna lose this quick. Especially this is her first match back. It is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Second,
yeah,
including
definitely.
Rumble, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
besides
sorry.
the Rumble.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you got a good memory, Kimmy. Like I forget what happened yesterday. So, but yeah, Ronda's probably Sonya's gonna eat the pin or submission.
Yeah.
She's there
All
for it.
right. Very interesting, Mike.
Well, Al, you're right. Ronda's not going to lose. Naomi could lose. Naomi could lose very easily. I think if I were booking it, I would have Ronda and Naomi win. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm thinking Ronda's going to get Sonya to tap out. We want to protect Charlotte. I don't see Charlotte eating this loss. I think we're getting two singles matches out of this, Ronda versus Charlotte and then Sonya versus Naomi. I think both are going to be WrestleMania matches. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a stip where like Sonya loses her power as authority figure if Naomi can beat her at WrestleMania. So I'm going to say, oh God, I kind of want to go against the grain on this. I can't pick against Ronda. I'm going Ronda and Naomi, but I would love to see Sonya get the win over Naomi in some crap fashion to set up a match for them at Mania. But yeah, I think we want to get, again, going back to my Rey Mysterio theory where she's the big superstar. It's her first non-Rumble match back. I think they're going to make her look really good. And I think she's going to tap Sonya for sure.
Yeah, very fair points. I'm going to sit here and think about my answer. Well, Kimmy, you
Oh,
go.
God.
Let's see what you got.
Why?
Feel the glow.
Feeling the glow. What can I say, Kimmy? Feeling the glow.
You're
judging.
worse of a child than
Yeah,
me.
you should see this room.
You gotta turn the light off.
Yeah.
I have seen that room. I've been
Been
there.
Yes, the BCP compound. That's right.
Anyway, does anyone else know why Sonya Deville competing is a big deal in Saudi Arabia?
Because she's a
Because
lesbian.
she's LBGT. Yeah.
She is the second LGBTQ woman to be competing, Dewdrop being the first, and then she is the first openly gay person to be competing. Yay!
That's awesome.
Gay
Making
history.
history,
Come
yeah.
on, Rob. Get your stats right.
Absolutely.
Report on the
Absolutely.
history. Anyway, for this matchup, there's no way in hell that Ronda Rousey would be competing in Saudi Arabia if she was going to lose. Like, come on. Also, shout out to Ronda Rousey for getting me an A on my paper.
You got an A on your paper.
Her coming back gave me that A because then we would have had a bigger problem.
We had to pivot.
We would have been like, what are we gonna do next? Anyway, so obviously Ronda and Naomi are gonna win. Sonya is gonna tab. Naomi and Sonya are gonna. I agree with Mike for once, which is really weird. Don't want to say that sentence ever again. That they're gonna do like the stipulation of authority figure is going to lose her power if Naomi wins, and then Charlotte and Ronda are gonna go on to main event night 1 of WrestleMania. Yay!
She don't give a damn about her bad reputation. That's for sure.
I still think it should have been Ronda and Becky. I'm not getting over
Yeah,
that.
right.
I think that's such a
It's
more
because
intriguing
Fox.
match.
It's because Fox was like, I want Ronda Rousey because I want the ratings.
Fair. If they've got that kind of pull, that's fair. I
There you
don't blame
go.
them. I would do that too.
Very interesting.
Thank you, Intro to Business of Sports, for corrupting my mind.
All right, let's do a chamber match. We do have the Usos tag match. Let's talk about the women's elimination chamber match. Liv Morgan, totally not reading this. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair versus I can't say it.
I'll say it.
Versus
Oh my God.
Nikki ASH versus Alexa Bliss. A lot of moving parts in this one. I really did enjoy that gauntlet match on Raw. I thought it was booked very well. You made Rhea look very strong, which she's always been, but she kind of was on the back burner for a little while, so I thought this was cool. When you have a fresh Bianca Belair, coming in last, it made sense for that booking. Bianca obviously getting the dub there. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was great display for Rhea Ripley. That being said, would Rhea Ripley be the one to win this Elimination Chamber match? There's so much going on here, different storylines with everyone. This is very interesting. Kimmy so politely raising her hand. I'm so proud of you. What do you got?
So if you follow stats, any single person that wins the gauntlet does not win the chamber. No matter how hard they work, no matter how long they've lasted, they don't win. They never win. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Kimmy.
You just laid down
You
the
gotta
law.
say,
Now are you
yeah.
backpedaling or?
Okay, wait, back up.
Okay, whatever you think. You tell me.
I meant to say whoever lasts the longest.
Oh, okay, well that's what
Okay.
rewind. We're live, of course. I can't edit. So rewind. Everyone, Men in Black thing. Erase your memory. Go, Kimmy. Go.
Because I picked Bianca, but I think the other interesting thing.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm looking at Belair on the board, and I'm like, she's not setting this up very well.
Maybe she's
Thank
watching the
you.
new series on Peacock. That's what it was.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Alexa Bliss being a dark horse is really interesting for me. I would have never thought that would have been the mystery opponent. I really thought this is where Asuka or Bayley were going to come in. So I guess that thank you, Kevin. I guess that they're not going to come for the chamber. But I'm picking Bianca because I'm assuming the winner of this match is going to wrestle Becky at WrestleMania. And Bianca's really the only person that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point. I want to hear what all you guys are saying because you could make a case maybe for Alexa Bliss. There's a lot going on there as well. Al, I'll throw it to you.
It's either going to be Belair or Rhea Ripley, I feel, but isn't there a rule that the person that wins at the go-home show, Belair won, right? So usually doesn't win at the pay-per-view, right? That's what I feel also. Plus, they made Rhea Ripley look really good on Raw, so maybe this is to, make her, shoot her over the rocket or something to fight Becky at Mania, right? So, this is one of the matches I actually have a tough time picking a winner, but guess I'll just go against the grain. Then I'll pick Rhea Ripley.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll pick down there, but yeah, this one's a tough one. See what you guys think.
I would love that Rhea versus Becky 1-on-1. Has that happened in any? There's so much.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'd be excited for that. Now you got me changing my answer a little bit. Like Bianca's marquee. We've been so pro Bianca. Like she's been in NXT. We got to meet her a few times. Super nice. And I always say on the main roster that they held her back for so long just so they could unleash her and her moveset at Mania. And she's just so darn impressive. Like she does deserve to be in that spotlight main event every single time. But man, I would love to see Rhea.
She almost had like an easy way of getting into the match, right? She's the last person in the gauntlet. She wins it, and now she's the last person going into the chamber, right? It almost seems too easy, you know what I mean?
Just in terms of fatigue and things like that. Yeah, like if you're just
she
talking
wins, and it's not very baby face, right? If she
right.
wins the chamber,
you're hitting spots. So it's Elimination Chamber with this and Survivor Series. I like to do process of elimination, right? I'm going to take out Nikki ASH, who is a heel, but not. I saw that promo; it didn't really get it. Alexa Bliss, again, a lot of moving parts there. That could be fun. I could see the fans really getting behind that. Doudrop, I can't say it. Piper Niven just had a great feud. I really enjoyed that with Becky. I really like that. Bianca, we talked about. Rhea, we talked about. Liv, I think Liv is just living in that like underdog kind of always on the chase position, and I think that works great for her. Rhea, Bianca, Alexa. Mike, I'm throwing it to you, man. I can't
You
pick.
coward.
Help me out, bro.
You're gonna
You
copy
coward.
and paste.
Need Mike's wisdom here.
I'm gonna hear everything you guys have to say. You think I'm gonna
No,
copy and
you're
paste?
gonna copy and
Let's
paste
find out.
whatever Mike says.
Let's find out.
This
I want to hear what he
is-
says.
It's a
Not
smart
really
thing
fair.
to
Then
do.
maybe I need to switch my answer.
Ride these coattails. I'm telling you, I'll drag y'all across the finish line. No, this is my lock of the night. There is
Oh no.
no way that if you're not giving us Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, there is no other match that is even going to come close to getting anybody up and excited except for Bianca Belair. It has to be Bianca Belair. I'm with you, Al. Normally the person that wins on the go home, that's the throw off. That's the, to give them this last little bit of momentum before it gets shut down. I didn't like that she won that for that very reason, but again, WWE, so you never know. It could be nonsensical booking, but this to me is just this is a softball if there ever was one. We got to get Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. You got the whole SummerSlam thing. It happened. This is her come up again. It just makes all the sense in the world. I'm thinking, because I agree with you all. We can scratch Liv, Doudrop. I'll say it, Rob. Doudrop. Liv and Nikki ASH, I don't think any of them have a chance in hell. Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss, I think, do have a good chance, and any one of those matches against Becky Lynch would be a great match. I'm thinking this is maybe going to be the start of a Alexa versus Rhea kind of thing. I think we get some real bad blood that happens. Maybe she does some more weird demonic possessed stuff. I hope she doesn't. I hope she's just now goth girl crazy. Then we've kind of moved away from the paranormal stuff. But either way, I see those two kind of pairing off and having a feud of their own. And Bianca Belair ends up standing tall, even though, again, Al, piggybacking what you said, it doesn't make her look that great to be the last one in the gauntlet and win, and be the last one in the Elimination Chamber and win. But I think a part of that is because, like I said, with Becky, she is a heel, but she still gets cheers. Like, she's not her against anyone. They're not going to boo Becky Lynch out of the building. That's just not going to happen. So I think that we're never going to get a true heel in Becky Lynch as far as crowd reaction goes. We have to put up the most over baby face that we can, because anyone else, you're really running the risk of people being super pro Becky, and they don't want the crowd to be pro Becky. So the only person in this matchup that I can see that the crowd would really get behind is Bianca Belair, because of that storyline, because she's so loved, because she's so over. I don't see anybody else winning this. And also, going back to the Royal Rumble thing, when, I say I had to pick Ronda just because she was the overwhelming odds-on favorite. Bianca Belair is the overwhelming odds-on favorite. If you're betting on this, 1, seek help, and 2, bet on Bianca Belair, because she is an overwhelming favorite, and I can't ignore that.
Look at Mike. You know what I
That's fair.
found out?
What did you find out?
That my school next semester is offering a sports gambling journalism class.
Oh
And
my
I was-
God, take it. I'll take it for you. Like, that's, that's right up my alley.
Oh man,
You want to switch?
he's a
can take
he's a
it.
betting man, and he's usually
As
right.
I'm a betting man. I was betting on German basketball earlier today.
Wow,
So
there you go.
don't threaten me. I'll bet on anything.
Or can you bet on wrestling? I don't know about us.
I don't know what sites will actually carry it, but they do give odds. I use 411 Mania just because they tend to have the most, they tend to update the most. So I go with that. I don't know what bookie is taking these bets, but odds are out there. And when they're not, obviously underdogs win. It happens. Strowman beating Fiend was a gigantic odds upset, which also happened in Saudi. Or no, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Goldberg.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking Goldberg. I'm sorry. Yeah, Goldberg and Fiend was.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Unbelievable.
There's so much wrestling.
Get your
There's a
stats
lot
right.
of wrestling.
Get
I
your stats right.
want to welcome into the chat Will Rally
not taking
Sport,
offense.
all the way from the UK, saying hi, you guys. I love the stream. Well, welcome, Will Rally. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
so
Will.
much. Good to hear from you all the way from the UK.
You might be the one person in England that's listening to me. I got my Spotify rap for the year, and it tells you where people are listening, and I've got like a 0.0001% of my listening base
That's not true.
is in England, so that maybe he's the one person
Guys,
listening.
the Closet Champion,
It could
check it
be
out. Mike does a
Mags.
phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
It could, you know
Mike.
what, it probably is Mags.
No, I don't think that's Mag. Oh, you're saying that's Mag. Well,
That's my one
we need
listener.
Mags back, by the
Yeah.
way. Gotta get shout.
I want Mags
Mags.
back.
Yeah.
Mags is a gentleman. He's too good for this show. I
Yeah,
gotta tell you.
that's fair. That's fair.
He's above this.
All right, most of you guys are, but I appreciate you taking sympathy on me. All right, let's talk about the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos defending against the Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders.
I wonder what you guys are gonna pick.
What about War Machine? Remember when they were War
Dude.
Machine?
First time I saw them on oh my gosh, such a good, so good, such a good team. I could go on and on. I hate to recap. I don't want to recap. Great team. This is going to be a really good match. My only thing, give this some time, man. I'm very excited about this. I think this could be a low key, high key, however you say it, Kimmy, show stealer right here. I go with the Usos to retain. There's no reason for them to lose those belts, although it'd be awesome to see War Machine, War Raiders, Viking Raiders win this one. I think the Usos and the Bloodline continue on holding the gold for a while. No reason to take it off them storyline-wise. Be cool to see Viking Raiders win this. Mike, your thoughts?
No need to spend time on it. This is Usos all day. Viking Raiders are cool as hell. They got a great look. They can really move in the ring. They don't get nearly the shine that they should get. Like you said, hopefully we'll at least just get a good match out of it, but I give them no chance in this match.
Awesome. Will Riley saying subscribed ages ago. That's what we like. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Hope you'll continue to watching some of our shameless promo, great interviews. We'll save that for the end. Kimmy, I see you dancing. I see you wiggling up there.
I'm
What do you got?
punching a desk. That's not dancing. I'm punching a desk.
Wait, what's happening?
So Mike, I was punching a desk.
Oh, sure.
Mike, I high-key believe that the Usos will be winning this matchup. High key is a word. I'm sorry.
It's not in the sense that you use it, and it's oh god,
It's
just
in.
Mike needs
I
like
said
2
you-
Advil.
whatever. You're at least you're cute when you use it, Kimmy. You're very cute.
Oh.
Fight
Funny.
forever.
This is inside joke that nobody cares about, by the way. We're just entertaining ourselves right now.
Who you got, Kimmy?
I said the Usos are high key gonna win.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We blocked that out.
Yeah, that's it. I'll bring some sanity back to the show, please.
Please, Al.
Usos. I don't even know how the Viking Raiders earned the title shot, but yeah.
Did they get? Was
did they
there even
still
like a?
work
Yes,
together?
they won a number one contenders battle royal type thing.
Oh,
like
okay.
a month ago.
Okay.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's just a very forgotten type of match. But I'm sure it'll be a good match with Usos always bring it. So, but yeah, Usos, like, no need to get more time on this.
Yeah. Done deal. There it is. And Kimmy, this is your chance to yell at me. I believe that we just have the men's Elimination Chamber match.
Oh my God, you're forgetting about Roman Reigns and Goldberg.
That-
You better
Hello.
acknowledge. You better
You better
acknowledge.
acknowledge the tribal
No,
chief.
the tribal chief. Kimmy, you wanna lead the charge on this one? Go ahead.
Oh, of course I will. Okay, so the match that did not happen at WrestleMania 36 due to the pandemic, Spear versus Spear, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg in a highly anticipated matchup. If you're going based off what Goldberg is saying, this could possibly be his final match based on his current deal. Thank God. Now, my best friend Mike, I'm going to go to you first. I think we're on the same page with this one. What do you think?
I think so too, but did you just take over the show? Rob threw it to you. You're throwing it to me.
Yes, this is called the Kimmy Takeover for the final two matches.
Goodness. Look, the last time I picked against Roman Reigns was last WrestleMania, and I looked a fool. I'm not going to do it. I will never pick against Roman Reigns in a title match until he loses it. It's stupid. You want to throw your money away? Bet against Roman Reigns. Can't lose, won't lose, never lose. He's going to be champion for 35 years.
Al, do you agree?
This is where I kind of have my thoughts again. Of course, I'm going to pick Roman for now, but what if, with the Stone Cold Steve Austin news here, if Goldberg wins and then apparently he's supposedly facing Austin, and then that'll be a title match, right?
I don't think it
That would
needs
be
to be.
horrible.
I don't think it
You
needs
never
to be a
know.
title match.
Never know. I'm just giving out, booking thoughts and then going, jumping ahead here, and then Lesnar will win the chamber, and then they can still have their match, right?
Yeah.
But overall, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna pick Reigns. I'm just worried. Depending on the Stone Cold rumors and who he's actually gonna face. Yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, I'll still pick Roman Reigns though.
So
I don't
Rob,
like Goldberg. So
I don't think any
Goldberg.
of us do. So Rob, now that you've really gone around the panel, you got to digest. Okay, do you have any anything? Just the figure? Just holding up the figure?
Just a figure, acknowledge him, but he's going to win. But also, I'd like to acknowledge an awesome person, Ella J, in the chat saying, hey, Kimmy, welcome in, Ella. That's all. We got to have Ella back on the show. She's doing great things, guys. Follow her on Twitter, please.
I am meeting Ella in Dallas in person. I am so excited.
And Amanda.
And I get to be there when Ella J meets her favorite person ever, John Morrison, and it's going to be the greatest moment of my entire life because I'm going to be like, yes, favorite people ever. But my pick on this match, because best for last. Obviously, Roman Reigns is going to win. Just like to say, now that we're live and in stereo, Seth Rollins did beat Roman Reigns, guys. It did happen, and I was right.
Yeah, I hope you're proud of that win because he looked like a real champion with that victory.
You know what he looked like? He looked amazing. He looked phenomenal. And that is why he did not need to qualify for our main event, which is the men's elimination chamber match. And his little best friend over there seems to be quite mad that he had to qualify and he lost when Rollins was just started right in there because we have in this matchup, we have the champion Bobby Lashley defending against Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Al, I'm curious to see where your head's at with this matchup. What do you got?
This is me losing the steering wheel. Go
I
ahead.
know it's a new show
You
now.
lost it a long time ago.
Oh man, I kind of wanted to be last. I want to hear what you guys think, but it's gonna be either Lashley or Lesnar. Right? I think those are the obvious two. But it's really hard. I'm gonna pick Brock, but that means Lashley's gonna have a really short title reign, which I feel kind of odd too. And plus, it's don't need to get racial. It's Black History Month also, right? Some people might get mad if Lashley loses. But I'm still gonna pick Brock, and I think probably gonna be titled for title, unless my prediction earlier, Stone Cold and Goldberg for the Universal, Universal, and then maybe Brock and Roman still for WWE. Who knows? But overall, yeah, I still pick Brock.
All right. Looks like we're unifying some titles. Rob, what do you think?
I think, again, process of elimination chamber. Seth Rollins, when's he ever won anything? Let's take him out of there. Austin.
Are you?
I'm trolling you. Austin.
I'm in pain.
I don't think it's going to be Seth in this one. Austin Theory, cool to see him get the opportunity in this match. I've been a fan of him on Evolve for a while. But no. Riddle, again, them saying, hey, he was going to be the guy. And I hate to do all this recapping, but to win the Rumble, initially they made some last-minute changes. They're very high on him. I see him getting world championship opportunities. Again, great in-ring performer persona. I am not a fan of him outside of the ring. I'll just leave it at that. AJ Styles, come on, man. Can't say enough good things. Do I see him getting the tap on the shoulder here? I don't. I see a stellar performance. I see him. Who was? I think Nunes might have said it, or Vac. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think was Styles number 1 in the Rumble this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
he had the most eliminations and the longest time. He lasted 36 minutes and he eliminated 6 men.
Hello. All right, Kimmy. Very impressive.
Thank you.
The minutes and all that. I think Styles is number 1, or starts out the match, I should say, in this case, and has like a similar big stats, big showing, a lot of eliminations. He's going to put some guys over in this one. Maybe even Austin Theory. If Brock's in the match, a lot of this doesn't make sense. We said this after the Rumble, you didn't need Brock to win to set that matchup with Roman. It was almost like a wasted spot for maybe an up-and-comer or someone else to get that opportunity, put that Rumble win on the resume. Then you talk about champion versus champion. It's all this fantasy booking kind of stuff, which I try to stay away from. But if Brock Lesnar's in this match, unless Bloodline or Roman or Heyman or whatever gets involved. Brock Lesnar's in the match. Brock Lesnar wins.
All right. Mike, do you want to go first or should I?
You can go first because I want to confirm one thing real fast. I want to make sure that I'm not talking out of my butt.
It's a bet.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm not picking Seth Rollins. I'm in fear that the Seth Rollins redemption tour to Dallas is ending. It's going to be okay, guys. I have high hopes. Like I said, if Cody's going to come, he's going to wrestle Cody. Don't worry. He's going to have a phenomenal match at WrestleMania regardless, and he's going to be just fine. Just like Bill told me. Rollins is going to be fine. But I don't like these participants in this chamber. I think it's a very weird six. I think it's a lot of different styles. I don't think this match is going to be quite well. You have Bobby and Brock, who are two bigger men, and then you have the fast styles of Rollins and AJ and Theory, and then you have Riddle, who's with the mixed martial arts background. So these just aren't going to flow very well. So anyone who has high hopes for this, I'm sorry. For a winner, I've heard some things, but I'm not going to say. But I'm just gonna go with Brock, and I'm gonna hope I'm wrong, which I think I am. All right, Mike, close us out.
So this is what I wanted to check. Since he has returned in 2021, Brock Lesnar has not won a single match that was advertised. He lost at Crown Jewel against Roman Reigns. He won at day one in a match that he got thrown into at the last second. He lost against Bobby Lashley at Royal Rumble, which he was advertised for. And then he won the Royal Rumble, which was not advertised. That's not why I'm not picking Brock Lesnar. I'm not picking Brock Lesnar. I'm picking Bobby Lashley because I don't believe we're going to do a title unification match. Title for title, of course, doesn't mean that the titles have to be unified, but then that means you have to have some kind of weird schmaz finish, and you don't want to end WrestleMania on a weird schmaz finish. So Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar has to lose. It's the Elimination Chamber. A lot of shenanigans are going to happen. I expect Bloodline, Paul Heyman, he's not going to lose clean, but they've done nothing to make us have any faith in Bobby Lashley. He won against Brock at the Royal Rumble through crap. He doesn't look strong, and they need to make him look strong. Otherwise, it's another short title reign that meant nothing. And again, it's WWE, so that could very well be the case. But I just have a feeling that Bobby's going to end up winning this, holding on to the title, and they're going to do so. I don't know who his opponent for WrestleMania will be, but I just don't see, maybe Rollins, but I just don't see a title unification match happening. And based on the other people that are in this chamber, Bobby makes the most sense. I'd like to see Riddle just because it would shock me, and I do think he will be world champion eventually at some point. But I think this is going to be their attempt to right the ship with Bobby Lashley a little bit and make him look like the beast that he is. So we'll see. I'm not betting the farm on this one, but I'm going with it. I'm going with Bobby.
Mueller saying it's not going to be a Brock party on Saturday.
No Brock party here, baby.
We'll see. And Ella in the chat also chiming in saying that Bobby retains. Can I change my answer now? I trust you guys.
No.
No change.
We're
No.
live.
Locked.
It's
done.
locked.
Locked in.
It's locked in.
So, Kimmy, before we get to the shameless promo, that is everything, correct?
Yes.
All right, I won't get yelled at. All right, well, Kimmy, you have a long list of things to promote. You will be in Dallas working with some phenomenal talent. I'm excited for you to meet up with Ella, meet up with Amanda. I'm so excited for your trip. Tell everyone about some of the signings you got coming up, some of the talent that you're working with, and yeah, you're climbing the ladder over there.
I wasn't ready. Okay. I guess okay.
Be like Matt Cardona, always ready.
No, March is a very busy month, so let's go in order here. All right, so let's go with March 5th. March 5th, we have the big event. I will be working with them. What I'm doing, I have no idea, but Michael Buffer's going to be there. And, that's a pretty rare signing, guys. Huge deal. March 5th is also Warriors of Wrestling's next show where Jade will be wrestling Layla Gray for that Warriors of Wrestling Women's Championship. Marina Shafir is also going to be on that show. There's going to be a lot of people down there. And I believe, Rob, your girl might be wrestling and defending her championship as well. So
The
y'all
vicious
should-
one, yes.
Yeah, her.
Oh, by the
Another-
way, shameless promo going to be on Busted Open tomorrow, 10:45. Listen with LaGreca and Mark
Hey.
Henry.
See how I set that up for you? Like you're welcome. So that's March 5th. Then I take a trip down to Atlantic City because I'm so excited. I will be a part of the production crew for the MAC basketball tournament. I believe I will be the first girl in MAC history to actually be directing the games. So that's
Nice.
kind of a huge deal. So hooray for me. Then from there, I go to Albany for Showcase of Legends. Bray Wyatt will be doing his first New York appearance and first post WWE appearance. I will be working with the one and only Caitlin with Sorrentino Promotions. Like I said, I am opening that forbidden door to every single promotion out there. So yay for me that I'm on my spring break. And then we go to Icons of Wrestling in Philadelphia. Lance Archer, Nyla Rose, Onita's going to be there. There's so many amazing talent at this convention. Toni Storm is working her first convention alongside her husband, Juice Robinson. So if you're in the Philly area, you should definitely check that out too. And then I hop on a plane and I go to Dallas where I'll be working with the big event. We got the Big Show. We got Mark Henry. We got John Morrison. And we got Taya Valkyrie. Oh, okay. Now we take a pause and I do more. I can't believe I do more. That's scary. So from there, I write for the popbreak.com. There's a lot of cool things coming because sports feature writing is giving Bill so much content. So yay! And thanks, Mike and Bill, for editing my Thunder Rosa piece. And Thunder Rosa doesn't even have to beat me up anymore because we got a whole A on that paper. Woo! Yay!
Good
I
job.
also have a thank you. I also have a YouTube channel that we're trying to start back up again, but because of things that have happened the last couple of days, I think I could actually do it now. So you can follow me at Kimmy Talks Wrestling on YouTube. Then you can follow me on Twitter at Kimmy_Sokol, SOKOL. It's all like right there in the little thingy. And I think that's it.
That's it?
I think so. I don't think I'm missing anything.
Rick in the chat saying no more coffee for her.
That's, yeah.
I'm not on coffee.
Oh, gosh. Mike, reel us
wish
in
I
here, bro.
Yeah, sure. But don't worry, mine's going to be super short. I write for thepopbreak.com. I do Rampage reviews pretty consistently. I didn't do it this week. Sorry, Bill. I'm also doing the Celebrity Big Brother. That's getting ready to wrap up. We're doing recap episodes on that. My boy, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC got eliminated. I was so sad. But
Bye. Sorry.
It was his own. Of course, you know I did a bye pun.
My man.
And then I will be doing weekly recaps for Survivor, which is starting again in March. And then other than that, I'm here on the Pop Break. I also got the Closet Champion. You can get it wherever you listen to podcasts. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I had a very passionate response to the Royal Rumble. I tried most of my stuff is pretty calm and objective, but that one was not. That if you want to see fired up Closet Champion, listen to that one. I'll be dropping another one very soon, doing top 10 battle royals, WWE battle royals in history, and just doing a whole bunch of fun stuff, man. And that's about it.
Mr. Perfect here on the BCP, dude. Thanks so much as always to have
Me
you.
and Mike are also here once a month yelling at each other. We forgot to put that in there. We're here.
I've been so nice to you this time.
I think there's a clause in Mike's contract where he has to do a show not opposite you every once in a while. So, well,
Yeah, we made a civil deal this morning.
oh, okay.
I think
See
we
how
did
well
great.
she stuck to that.
Oh boy. Al, save us here, man, before they fight forever, man. Tell us where we can follow your socials, all the great stuff you're involved with.
Man, you guys went so like it seems like so many things going on with you guys. It seems like I'm laid back and kind of lazy in a way. But you guys, wrestling fans, can follow me on Twitter at Al Leon. So my name, I don't know if it's on the screen, but when you're watching, but yeah, it's at Al Leon on Twitter. Right now in Canada and Vancouver, we just opened up the restrictions and stuff. So hopefully getting back into doing something with the feds here.
Is there,
But overall,
is there a good scene up there, man? Like an indie wrestling scene and all that?
Yeah, it's picking up. In the
awesome.
West Coast, like we have like Nation Extreme Wrestling, we have All Star Wrestling, we have Thrash, and then Fly Wrestling down in Seattle, WAC. we have tons of wrestling over on the West Coast, but unfortunately we're on the West Coast, so a lot of you guys in the East don't really hear about it. but yeah, a lot of wrestling going on. But
West
just, with
West
COVID, it's
Coast
just
wrestling is underrated.
That's awesome.
I'll stand for you. West Coast wrestling is underrated. I like West Coast wrestling from way back in the day, so I'm all about it.
And Mike, I'm also a Survivor fan, so if you want to talk Survivor once it's on.
Yes.
Yeah, huge Survivor fan.
Absolutely. So we got lots to talk about.
Do you watch AEW or Survivor? It's live.
I don't watch anything live because I detest commercials. So I watch nothing live, and I DVR zip through it because it's my first world problem. I hate commercials.
There it is.
Lazy affiliate fees, unbelievable.
No, don't
I'm
you guys
efficient.
Don't you guys start again. Al, stellar debut, man. Great job. Hope to have you back sometime. Guys, follow everyone. Again, Ella J in the chat. We are not worthy. Follow Ella J on Twitter. So many great interviews. Guys, again.
She's the best.
The best. Gotta have her back. Shameless promo. Follow the BCP. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Just had a great interview with formerly Danny Doring, now Danny Morrison, the superstar, the ISPW World Heavyweight Champion, with Maven in his corner. Best theme song of all time, taking on Scotty Too Hottie tomorrow night in Butler, New Jersey. The Vicious One taking on Adina Steele. Lots of great matches. I am super excited for that. I'll be doing some backstage interviews for them. Very excited. Hopefully I don't get beat up. Guys, thank you so much for making the time. And like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out. Peace.